I grew up in Springfield, Ohio, basically a big cornfield. I went to a tiny school called Northwestern with a graduating class of 150. And I didn't really know Jesus early on in life. Like, my family didn't go to church. We celebrated Christmas. My grandparents on both sides did go to church, and they would fight like to take us with them. I just didn't really feel like I fit in at church. So I stopped going. By the time I was in middle school, I had a bunch of like big questions, and my mom was like, "Those are church questions. I can't answer them." So I went to church like to learn about these questions I had, which was weird, and I didn't like it. So I stopped going a second time. And then when I was in 8th grade, a junior, his name's Ben Franzen, on the wrestling team, invited me to a party after school, and it was a Young Life party. And a guy named Ryan Irwin got up at the end of it, so we just like played a bunch of games and had fun. But he got up at the end of it and talked about Jesus in a way like I'd never heard about it. And I was like hooked. And I knew that this guy could answer my questions, and everything changed after that. I interviewed for a couple scholarships at different colleges, and I narrowed it down to OU and BGSU. I had family that came to BGSU and actually got the scholarship at BGSU. So I came here. My major was chemistry because I wanted to do diabetes research, which is as boring as it sounds. But I was like super amped about it. I was like, AP chemistry was my favorite class in high school. Calculus was like fun in high school. I was like, this will be great. And from there, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm chugging along. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be great. I wasn't aware there was a job opening until Jason told me about it. And then even then, I thought it was like just an idea he was passing around because he knew me and I knew him. I didn't realize it was an actual like full-time job. I thought it was like, hey, try and make this new thing happen. And it wasn't until I had dinner with him that I realized like, no, this is like an actual legit big boy job opportunity. And I was really intimidated because I never saw myself working in a church. But after I thought about it some more and asked myself what really matters, this seemed like an opportunity like I couldn't pass up. It was too good to be true. It was one of those doors that the Lord opened for me, and it's like you have to walk through. You can't let this one go. So I applied, and it's been green lights so far. So I'm super excited to meet new folks, to make some real relationships, and to see where they go. I think the exciting thing about working with a church, like in a church environment, rather than in Young Life, which is what I'm used to, is that relationships here, I think, are more like long-term. In Young Life missionary work, you might meet a high school kid as a freshman, and then you see them for 4 years, they graduate, and then they go. But in a church, it could be for a long time. And it's not just gonna be the high school kids, it's gonna be parents and siblings and all sorts of things. Not that I'm old enough to have seen kids go through the whole graduation process yet, but that's what I've been expecting as I've approached working in the mission field. So this is a different outcome, and I'm kind of excited to see where it goes and to make these deep, long, fun relationships with folks. This will be my first real job. I had jobs back in high school. I had a job through college, but I'm excited to see what it looks like to have a job that is centered around ministry. Hopefully a lifestyle centered around ministry. In high school and in college, I've been torn between what is basically school and my ministry life. It's always one or the other. They're very against each other. But this will be an opportunity to just go, to run full speed, full steam ahead, through doors, over obstacles. So I'm excited to learn how that's gonna work and what I'm gonna do with it.